First tonight on our news weekend, a community staple devastated by fire. The Original Patty's Bakery engulfed in flames this morning. We take you to the scene and hear from those who watched it all unfold. Plus, a massive drug bust in Exuma as police seize an estimated $1.68 million worth of suspected cocaine during a joint operation in Farmers Key. We'll tell you how. And she's taking over festivals, clubs, and major events around the world. And she's doing it one beat at a time. On tonight's Arts and Entertainment segment, we meet the woman behind the music. We have the details for those stories and more as our news weekend starts right now. This is our news weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Danielle Miller. Flames engulfing the Original Patty's Bakery this morning. The business, a community staple since the early 1980s, was left devastated. Executives and team members rushing to the scene, only to watch helplessly as the majority of the business's inventory went up in smoke.
My brother, Mr. Rudolph Mosley, who is the owner of Original Patty's, he got the call at 2 a.m. that the building is in the back is on fire.
That's operations manager for Original Patty's Bakery, Jane Mosley Culmer, explaining how they were notified Sunday morning about the fire at their office building on Tonic Williams Darling Highway. In this video, a civilian can be seen using a water hose in what appears to be an effort to contain the blaze until the fire services department arrived. When I spoke with Mosley at the scene shortly after 10 a.m., the building was still smoldering on Sunday, while firefighters continued working to extinguish the remaining flames. Some of Mosley's family members and staff from Original Patty's also gathered at the scene, watching as the firefighting operation continued. And while they do not know yet what started the fire, she says the building was vital to the day-to-day commercial operations of the business.
That building contains our freezers, our storage area for the goods, the offices, the main offices.
As a result of the fire, the majority of the company's supplies were completely destroyed. She describes the situation as devastating, but says she is grateful it did not result in an even greater loss.
But to God be the glory, there wasn't any of our staff or any of our family member were here, so there's no loss of life, but we'll move on from here. We'll just take it one day at a time.
Mosley Culmer says that despite the damage caused by the fire, they do not expect it to stop them from reopening on Monday.
Yes, Original Patty's will be open tomorrow because here at Original Patty's, our motto is quality is always job number one, and our main ingredient in all our products is our customers.
On to the crime beat this evening. Police have seized an estimated $1.68 million worth of suspected cocaine, along with a firearm and ammunition during a joint operation in Exuma on Saturday, according to reports. Shortly after 5:30 p.m., officers acting on information traveled aboard a police vessel to Farmers Key Dock, where they searched a white vessel equipped with 2 outboard engines. During the search, officers seized 84 packages containing suspected cocaine with an estimated weight of 222 pounds. A firearm, a quantity of ammunition, and an official passport belonging to a 43-year-old Bahamian man were also seized. The vessel and the exhibits were transported to New Providence as police continue their investigation. Well, a night filled with music, laughter, and memories as family, friends, and colleagues of Travis Johnson came together to celebrate a life they say brought joy to so many. The singer and entertainer was one of the 10 people killed in the July 10th Flamingo Air crash in North Andros. Friday night, those who knew and loved Johnson remembered his voice, his personality, and the energy he brought to every room. Our Delvado Emmanuel was there.
It was an evening less about saying goodbye and more about celebrating the life Travis Johnson lived. Friday night, family members, friends, and colleagues from the entertainment industry filled Divine Kingdom Connection Ministries Church, coming together through music, stories, and tributes to remember the man they knew and loved. For his cousin Sheetra Bastian, the loss is still difficult to process. But when she thinks of Johnson, she remembers his laugh, his personality, and the joy he brought to their family.
He did exactly what he came to do, gave everybody joy and laughter. Every time I saw him, I would laugh because of the way he spoke, the way he bounced around. You don't get that from everyone. And that's going to be a big miss in our family.
Johnson was one of 5 members of the Pond Band who died in the crash, and he was known for his soulful voice and magnetic energy. That energy is what Emil Sweeting, better known as DJ Rev, says he will remember most. As the production manager for the Pond Band, Sweeting worked closely with Johnson. He says the band family is taking things one day at a time, leaning on the memories they share with Johnson to help them through the loss.
Slave Travers was a happy person. Always life for the party, always trying to make somebody laugh, trying to make somebody smile, or whatever the case was. He never wanted dull moments. He didn't believe in dull moments, whatever the case was. So anytime you think of Travis, you think of a happy time and a happy place. And he loved this band, he loved his colleagues, and he loved the Pond.
And that Pond Band was also on display Friday night. The Pond Band lead singer Shania Roberts took to the stage, using music to pay tribute to her friend and fellow performer. Roberts says Johnson was more than just a bandmate. He was a close friend and a consistent part of her life. And while losing 5 core members of the band has been difficult, she says the large turnout Friday night came as no surprise.
The turnout is not a surprise. Travis was a beautiful person. He impacted a lot of people. He was just a beam of light, like everywhere he went. He had a magnetic spirit, so people would naturally gravitate towards him. So I kind of expected this crowd.
In a world where headlines often highlight the problems, a community event at a local church in the capital recently flipped the script, shining a light on the quiet heroes already changing lives. The Church of God of Prophecy held its Love Thy Neighbor community recognition program, honoring organizations making a difference in the lives of Bahamians. Among those recognized, the Ranfully Home for Children, the Home for the Aged, Hands for Hunger, and families of all murdered victims. Bishop Dr. Woodley Thompson says the recognition is about showing appreciation for those already serving their communities and encouraging others to do the same.
It's important for us to demonstrate that the organizations within the community are doing an excellent job already. And so we wanted to support them and encourage them in loving their neighbor. So this was strategic, and we wanted to highlight that fact that, listen, there are a lot of folks doing a lot of good things in our country, and we want them to know that they are seen and they are appreciated. And they've been doing what our slogan says: see the need, show the love.
Now, among those honored, Hands for Hunger, which works to provide food and support to people in need. Executive Director Keisha Ellis says while donations help keep the organization going, recognition and encouragement also matters. And for Bernishka Bullard, brand ambassador for the Ranfully Home for Children, the recognition was personal. Bullard is a former resident of the home and says she's honored to now help highlight the work being done for children.
It helps us tremendously because, the moral boost that it brings really is, invaluable, as people know when it comes to this kinds of work. In addition to the monetary donations that we need and the in-kind donations that we need, what we also need is a pat on the back, a helping hand from a colleague or a friend to say, hey, you're doing great work.
Well, I feel so honored this morning to be recognized and to highlight and just speak about the work that we're doing for so many kids. As a former resident myself.
When our news weekend comes back from the break, the next generation of Bahamian musicians is taking center stage. Young performers are turning classroom lessons into real-world experience through a summer program designed to launch their musical dreams. Plus, they're the next generation of Bahamian leaders, and tonight, 3 university students are receiving more than just a gift. They're receiving an investment in their future. That's coming up when our news weekend returns.
A Sure Win is open 24/7. You can now top up your AssureWin account anytime online with the online deposit option on AssureWin.com.
Or via any convenient SunCash ATM. Just click the AssureWin selection.
It's quick, easy, and always open. AssureWin online. What's your game?
Lotto, casino, or sportsbook.
Win big. It's a sure win.
Quick, easy, and always open. AssureWin online.
For 38 years, Struckham Commercial Pest Services has provided trained certified technicians while using environmentally safe, industry-standard products. Pests can devastate your business. Together, we will ensure adequate sanitation standards and safe pest exclusion methods. Uncontrolled pest problems lead to significant financial loss due to food contamination, business disruption, and stock waste. Struckham provides detailed solutions protecting your business and reputation. Struckham, #1 in pest control services.
Craving pizza? Marco's Pizza has you covered. For a limited time, get our delicious large one-topping pizza for just $10. Carry out only. That's right, just $10 for cheesy, melty goodness with your favorite topping. Perfect for any time. Hurry into your nearest Marco's Pizza. This deal is available at participating locations only. Don't miss out on the flavor you love for a price you'll adore. Marco's Pizza, always magnifico.
Welcome back. In honor of Charter Day at the University of the Bahamas, the Rho Mu chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi celebrated by awarding iPads to 3 students, selected from a pool of 15 applicants. Chartered in the Bahamas in 2018, the Rho Mu chapter became Kappa Alpha Psi's first international undergraduate chapter. The fraternity says its mission is to help guide and empower Bahamian youth, providing them with support and resources they need to achieve their goals. University of the Bahamas President Dr. Robert Blaine spoke to the university's role in helping students build that foundation. Meanwhile, Quinton Lightbourne, a former fraternity president and alumnus, reflected on the organization's vision and the importance of investing in and supporting the next generation.
Universities are sources of community. And as one thing, as a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, we understand the importance of community and what scholarship really looks like. And so to be able to provide the environment, to be able to support, and to be able to build achievement that we see in every field of endeavor, the university was very focused on how we can be that grounding place.
It was very vigorous, and we were able to narrow it down to 3 of the award winners. We felt as if it was very important for us to have pretty much a cross-section understanding different majors and disciplines at the university, and understanding that, we want to support every aspect of achievement.
Beyond the fraternity's leadership, students also shared what the recognition meant to them. Isaac Barr, Mr. University of the Bahamas 2026, spoke about the importance of giving back through the Rho Mu chapter. Media journalism student Unique Kerr also reflected on how the recognition is motivating her to continue pursuing her major and growing in the field.
To be able to give away to the students and show that we here at Rho Mu chapter want to sponsor and want to assist and want to give back into the UB community as best as possible.
Like Laurent had said earlier, it just shows that all my hard work had not gone to vain. Despite, even though it may feel like it, things like this always reminds you to keep pushing and that you're on the right track. And of course, being a media journalism student, technology is that's my specialty.
Now from the classrooms to center stage, a new wave of Bahamian talent is stepping into the spotlight. The Tourism Development Corporation's Summer Sounds program groomed high school musicians to take their passion from the classroom to the professional stage. Now, they're taking that talent to Pompey Square, where culture meets the cruise ships and the heart of Nassau comes alive. Our Evelyn Ferguson tells us more.
What began with auditions at the University of the Bahamas has grown into weeks of boot camps, live performances, and mentorship. High school students from grades 9 through 12 have been turning their passion into performance through the Summer Sounds program, led by the Tourism Development Corporation. The program is giving 15 students the chance to sharpen their skills while preparing for careers in the orange economy. The TDC says it's more than just music. It's about confidence, professionalism, and showing that Bahamian culture thrives in the next generation. And now, as they take the stage at Pompey Square, project manager and operations specialist Ashton Clare tells us how this program is opening doors for young musicians.
It adds to our downtown revitalization project. As you would see, the students are here between Rossum Square and Pompey Square being that first point of contact for guests when they come off of the ship to kind of show them that, culture still lives here in the Bahamas, and it lives as young as children that are about 12 and 13 years old. That's one of the first things. The second thing is, this is one of our summer internship programs. And so typical internships, you'll see students behind a desk, filing papers. We would have given these students an internship in things that they actually enjoy doing, to pursue a passion or career in music. And so this would have been an opportunity for them to grow in their craft.
Claire says the program is focused on young people and creatives, showing them that there's room for both culture and entrepreneurship within the tourism industry.
At the Tourism Development Corporation, we've placed a major focus on young people and creatives. And so you'll see rolling out from us a number of our youth programs and a number of our youth initiatives to kind of engage young people where they are, to create opportunities in culture and entrepreneurship. But especially when it comes to the creatives, to let them know that there is a space for them at the Tourism Development Corporation, whether it's here on Rossum Square, whether it's on the Gombe stage, wherever it is, our culture exists within our people.
And while Claire credits the program's partners and instructors for helping to make it possible, he says the students themselves are the true success of the program.
I would like to thank our corporate partners, our community partners. I'd like to thank the dedicated instructors and volunteers that we had work along with the program, being Mr. Justillian from Government High School, J.D. Stewart from Higher Level Band, such amazing people that have been with the program. And lastly, I want to thank the students for showing up and bringing their best self.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Evelyn Ferguson.
We return to Grand Bahama to talk to our swimmers, and Team Bahamas basketball gets ready to take on some more international competition. Our sports weekend is up next.
You or a loved one currently under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Our compassionate team is committed to patients and their loved ones. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept all major insurance. With 2 locations to serve you, at Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street, we also ship to the Family Islands. Visit us on Facebook or call Ports at 377-1771.
Hey, you see Paradise Games out of new casino?
What you mean new casino? You mean like new games?
Yes, babe. Brand new games. You ain't never see these yet. Check this. It's right under casino.
Oh, Casino Tree. But these are hot, eh?
I'm showing you. Paradise come up with all kind of games.
Man, I need to go slap something on my account, man.
I might as well top up one time. Roll!
Paradise Games, where every spin is a chance to win. Paradise Games reminds you to please game responsibly.
Good evening, happy Sunday. Welcome to Our Sports Weekend. I'm Tej Adderley. Yesterday, we told you about our Grand Bahama swimmers' return home from their Goodwill Games triumph. We had the chance to talk to members of the team. Here's Chanasa Outen with what they had to say.
To be able to do one is amazing, but to do 4 in a row, it's just outstanding.
4 straight titles. That's 4 times the Bahamas has come out on top at the Goodwill Swim Tournament. And this team isn't hiding those big smiles. Members of the national swim team returned to Grand Bahama with medals in hand. And waiting at the airport to celebrate their success was Minister for Grand Bahama Ginger Moxie, who says she'll continue to support these young athletes every step of the way.
And we brought it home again for the 4th time. And so I am so happy for the success of the Bahamas team. I'm happy about what we're doing to promote and encourage swimming in the Bahamas, and in particular on Grand Bahama Island.
And for those swimmers, the fourth title isn't just another trophy. Kyrie Smith returned home with his medals dangling around his neck.
I feel blessed, and it feels great to know that we got 4 straight wins.
And if you ask Helsinki Mitchell if there's any other team she'd rather be on, her answer is simple.
I feel really proud to be a part of the team. Everyone did their best, and it wouldn't have been possible without everyone who was on the team.
Now, after the big win, the team will get a short break before diving back into training for Carifta next year. And if they can keep this momentum going, they could be swimming toward a 9th consecutive Carifta title. 4 in a row here, and maybe 9 in a row next. Not a bad way to close out the season. Reporting for Our News, I'm Chinasa Houghton.
Congratulations once again to our swimmers. It's great to see them getting the love they deserve. Now we're going to head down south, where Bahamas men's basketball team has concluded their training camp in Santiago, Chile. They wrapped things up with a scrimmage. The Bahamas senior men's basketball team wrapped up a week-long camp in Santiago, Chile, with a scrimmage against the Chilean national team, where they came out ahead 94-87. The training camp and scrimmage were a tune-up for the next 2 matches in the FIBA Americas World Cup qualifiers. On Thursday, they will play their next official game against Uruguay. Then they'll fly all the way home and play against Panama next Monday. And then they'll go their separate ways before reuniting to play Argentina and Panama once again in November. The matches are all to be one of the 36 teams that will play in the 2027 FIBA World Cup in Qatar, August 27th to September 12th next year. With this mix of NBA players, overseas veterans, and college studs, the Bahamas thinks it has what it takes to get the job done. And you can catch the game against Uruguay Thursday at 7 p.m. And be sure to check out our social media and our newscast for all the highlights. We are all done with sports for today. For our sports weekend, I'm Tej Adderley. I'll see you again Saturday night.
Thanks, Tej. On the other side of this break, Ian McKinsey is back in the Weather Center to prepare us for the week ahead. Stick with us.
From the field to the fresh market, you will find fresh, delicious, mouth-watering produce and meat. Discover organic, specialty, and healthy grocery products for everyday cooking. Your adventure awaits. Experience the fresh escape. Sign up today for My Solomon Smart Rewards at Solomon's Fresh Market.
Thanks, everyone, and good evening, Bahamas. Welcome to your Sunday evening forecast, where we still have a hot one, but under mostly clear skies, the temperature 87 feels like still very muggy and warm at 95. Winds from the east at 7 miles per hour. Across the northwest Bahamas, those high temperatures continue in Freeport, 87, as well as Alice Town, the capital, and in Governor's Harbor, as well as Great Harbor Key, 85 in Marsh Harbor, and 88 in Nicholstown, Andros. Central Bahamas, we have 88s across Camps Bay, 87s in Arthurstown, Black Point, Georgetown, and Deadman's Key, Long Island. A pair of 86s across Port Nelson, Rumkey, and Coburn Town, San Salvador. Southeast Bahamas, 85 in Duncantown, 87s elsewhere across Colonel Hill, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, Mayaguana, 91 across Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, and 89 in Matthewtown, Inagua. Solid and radar composite at this time. We have some cloudiness across the extreme northwest Bahamas, all associated with a stall-out frontal boundary just to the north of our area. This could continue to trigger pockets of isolated shower activity, mainly across those areas. Through tomorrow, elsewhere high pressure dominating, coupled with Saharan dust, and that will continue to keep us under a stable regime, save for 1 or 2 spotty showers, but that should change up come Tuesday. Taking a look at the tropics right now, there is an area of interest just to the southeast of Bermuda. This area should continue to move towards the north and eventually northeastwards out of the area. No threat to the Bahamas. We are carefully going to monitor what is expected to be a very robust tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa sometime tomorrow could form into a low pressure system and possibly into a tropical depression by midweek or into the end of the week. So we're going to continue to monitor that system. Taking a look at the boating forecast across the northwest and central Bahamas, gorgeous boating conditions, winds east to southeast 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, low tide at 12:03 a.m. tomorrow morning, high tide at 5:45 a.m. tomorrow. Southeast Bahamas, that steady easterly component still in charge down there. A small craft caution in effect for you boaters, high risk of rip currents for you swimmers, winds easterly at 15 to 20 knots, seas running 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, some pop-up showers expected as we continue into the August regime. We're getting back into the normal kind of afternoon shower, isolated thunderstorm that should pick up come midweek. Then we have some cloudiness in the area. Those high temperatures are still going to be in the low 90s, but the feels like temperature, folks, stay hydrated, going to be in the triple digits. That could be well north of 100, even up to 105 degrees. Expect some shower activity by the weekend, on and off spotty showers. So folks, if you're doing your last minute school shopping, we know school starts officially next Monday for most schools. Try get it in early this week. Don't wait until the last minute where you could see some shower and thunderstorm activity into the weekend. That's a wrap in the evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, productive week, everyone.
Thanks, Ian. Well, an international DJ is making their mark on the festival scene, the club circuit, and major events. And this DJ is a woman. DJ Pee-wee recently made her debut at Atlantis' Aura nightclub. But before she took to the booth, she sat down exclusively with me to talk about her journey, the experiences that shaped her, and the woman behind the music.
But my first time at Atlantis.
Really?
Yes.
Well, welcome.
From major festivals like Coachella, Essence, and AC3, DJ Pee-wee is a disc jockey known for her open style format where she seamlessly transitions between multiple genres of music, keeping audiences engaged from one track to the next. She's also the curator of the Honey Party, an event that has attracted celebrities including Lucky Day and Jordan Sparks. And most recently, DJ Pee-wee brought her sound to the Bahamas, making her debut at Atlantis' Aura nightclub.
Every time I've been to the Bahamas, it always surprises me of how fire the hip hop scene is. Mm-hmm. And I love how up to date they are here. So I'm expecting the Aura to bring the aura.
Pee-wee has an impressive resume, but despite her success, she admits there have been moments where she's felt intimidated. Before taking the stage, she opened up to me about those experiences.
I feel like women in a male-dominated space, it's like almost inevitable to not feel intimidated.
But she explains.
We have to hit a pedestal that maybe a regular guy doesn't have to, just because everybody underestimates a woman. And I think in a lineup that's all men is when I feel the most intimidated.
And Pee-wee also had this advice for anyone in the nightlife and entertainment industry who may be struggling with consistency.
I think regimen and discipline with my schedule is the most important, right? Like the mundane, the going to the gym, sticking to my routine has been what keeps me sane. I haven't been as good as of late, but I know that's what I go back to. It's like, okay, I wake up and do X, Y, Z, and then, it helps manage everything else. So, and God, prayers.
And if I can say in my most Bahamian tongue, child, she mashed that club right up. And with that, we thank you so much for joining us for our News Weekend. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Danielle Miller. Have a great evening.